Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat. Swag on the beat.
Welcome back to the special edition of episode 7 of the Swag on the Beat podcast. Merry Christmas.
The festive episode.
The festive episode. We're so festive. You wore red.
Yes.
I wore black and white.
Red and green. As
Red
of
and
the
green.
plant.
Okay, you came more prepared. I didn't get the memo.
No, Oh, you didn't get my memo?
No, I didn't.
Mike,
No.
did you get the memo?
I didn't get a memo.
I sent it.
Okay.
I sent a memo.
Yeah.
I
damn it.
blocked
Well,
you.
it's a shame there's no camera on Mike because he's in a full elf costume.
Yeah, yeah.
He watched the movie Elf Will Ferrell.
I mean, he didn't get the memo, but he got the memo.
Yeah.
Metaphorically.
Yeah.
So
the metaphoro.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'll work on my memo software because clearly there's something going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
There.
Hope
But-
everyone had a great Christmas.
Yeah. How was yours?
Really good. Really, really good. Went really late, so a little bit tired.
Okay.
But we're here.
Yep.
And put a bit of airbrush on the visual. I think, Mike, we should be fine. You?
Yeah, good. Got the snow pants that I wanted.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
because you are going to Japan
Japan.
in less than 2 weeks. No, less than a week, almost.
Less than 12 hours
Really?
to Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going tonight. Man.
Oh, well, great.
Yeah.
Well,
Boxing Day.
Have you packed? What
The Boxing Day sales is
Boxing Day sales.
preemptively got on the Boxing Day sales a few months ago.
I love watching the boxing when it's on the day.
Yeah, exactly.
The cricket is on
exactly.
today.
But something else that I got for Christmas was someone let me scroll through our videos. I came across a video of us that we did listening to music in public, where you walk around in the city with headphones on,
to the,
thinking you're the main character.
Massive Attack
sound. And
Great song.
I saw the scene where you're coming down the escalator at Parliament, and I'm on the up escalator opposite, and I'm filming you going down looking morose and reflective.
Yep.
And I remember kind of when we were trying to film that, we had to go up and down a few times to get
More than you would think.
Get the positioning right.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple of poles and signs and stuff that blocked a bit of the visual. So we had to time it so that you were coming down and I was coming up at a convenient time.
And
to
it's
get
like
the shot.
such a long lead up to the shot, and you can look at each other the whole time, and then you got about 5 seconds.
Exactly.
And you're both moving up and down at the same time,
Exactly.
so it's very fast.
It is a long lead up. In fact, it is the longest lead up in the Southern Hemisphere.
What do you mean?
The escalators at Parliament Station.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, those. So
Is it?
For those who haven't been to Parliament Station or aren't familiar with the Melbourne escalator scene,
Isaac's the president of the escalator scene in Melbourne.
the MC is what we call it. So they are the longest escalators in the Southern Hemisphere.
Really?
They're 30 meters long. They're very long escalators. They're notoriously long and
we get
kind
it.
of.
We get it, bro. You've pitched the product.
They're also the most dangerous escalators in
They're
Australia.
steep. They're very steep.
By amount of injuries per year. And the main thing that affects the dangerousness
Right.
is the spatial disorientation caused by the stainless steel, which reflects those lights on top. And it kind of like puts you out a bit.
Oh,
disorients you.
What, you feel like you're in a bigger space than you are?
Well, no, it's just hard to tell where vertical is, and people end up leaning back and forward and falling over as well because it's like the roof descends and ascends with the stairs, so there's no horizon point and there's no like 90-degree point to like a reference point.
Wow, interesting.
So that is the reason why there's more injuries on that escalator than any other escalator in Australia. So there's a little longest, but also most dangerous.
And we were just willy-nilly going up and down like no man's business.
I know. So I don't know if that makes us extreme athletes or something. But
Red Bull, if you're looking for another extreme sport, I think you've just found it.
Pro Escalator Go Honourers.
And all those suit and ties going up and down Parliament Station each morning.
Yeah.
Because that's like the business district of Melbourne. You know?
Get a grip.
Well, they have a grip.
Yeah,
They're doing it successfully.
I mean, actually get the
in those soulless, no grip R.M. Williams shoes.
Yeah. The signs that they put up actually say "Get a grip, don't slip." They had to put up signs.
Oh, that's good.
Because everyone was
nice little
falling
rhyme
over.
there from the City of Melbourne. Thank you so much,
well done.
Metro
But
Company.
It got me thinking
Salary cap?
because I had to sort of do a little bit of up and down on the down escalator, like to adjust my position. And I was thinking
Because you were holding the camera. During the sketch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, and I was thinking, do you reckon I'd be able to run up the down escalator the whole way? Like as it's going the opposite way.
Oh, that's very like you would challenge yourself as a kid often thinking that.
Yeah.
I think you would.
You reckon I'd get up there? It's 30 meters and it's going pretty fast. It's the
I think you
duration
would.
is a minute and a half trip time total if you're standing still. So I don't know how to
To go 30
reverse that.
meters.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think you would be able to do that.
You think I'd be able to do it?
I would love to watch you do it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I want to try to do it.
Oh, let's do that. I would love to see you do that.
I want to try and sprint up the down, because I think going down the up escalator would be a little bit easier because you've got gravity on your side.
Yep.
But I'm fighting against gravity.
Yeah.
Gravity's not on my team here.
That's I'd love to see that.
Yeah, well, what do you think the tactics would be for something like that? Do you think I would treat it like a sprint or treat it like a marathon? Go kind of one step at a time, like in it for the long haul, or come guns blazing and try and...
I think what would happen is we'd get there, we'd be all pumped, you'd be stretching, you'd be active wear, whatever, and you would just do it so fast. And we're like, oh, great.
Okay,
we're in the city now.
Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe there'd be people going on the down escalator as well.
And you'd have to shirt front them to get up.
No, on the... on the opposite escalator, they could cheer me on and give me a bit of moral support. You could rally the troops of people coming home from work.
I think you'll smash it in one go. Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe next time I'm in the city or outside Parliament, exercising my right to protest.
Very protesty.
Maybe I'm protesting dangerous escalators.
Maybe you're protesting using the normal escalator route.
Yeah, or I'm protesting spatially perplexing train station lights.
Or you're professionally testing escalators.
Escalators, yeah. Either way, there's probably not going to be many other people at any of those protests.
Shaka time.
Do a petition instead. What's Shaka time?
Just end.
Shaka time.
Isaac, we call on a lot of our friends and peripheral colleagues, etc., for like locations where we can film, as you know.
Yes.
And it's always a battle like, can we just do it in the bedroom and sort of fashion a room that looks like a hospital or a mechanics or whatever it is, But it always ends up being, let's wait until we can get the actual place.
Yeah.
So we're putting more and more effort into like actually making sure we get to the location.
And we'll be, for example, we'll be using a building site that my dad's using, and then say, you can use it, but before 6:30 a.m. on Sunday.
And we're like, we're bringing 3 mates along. And they're like, cool, keen to be in the video. What time? And you're like, can you be there at 5:59? And people go, But this one in particular, we filmed recently in a hospital, which is actually quite hard to get access to. But we have
random reason.
They think they're doing important stuff in there. We're like, hey, we want to film
keep trying to get in there and just chill out.
People literally hurt themselves to get in there. It's crazy. Anyway, so I'm getting a family friend is a surgeon, and he said, hey, come use the hospital.
Yeah.
So before we went into film, he's like, let me show you around and you can pick what room you like. So we're sort of walking around on a Sunday morning at probably 8:30, 9 o'clock or whatever. And I
was up. I had been to the gym and I had volunteered at the homeless shelter by that stage.
Yeah, right. Continue. So I was working on a Sunday and you were just doing your own thing. Anyway, so he's showing me around. He's going, there's this one. And we're walking through the corridors. And then he just goes, I'm just going to go in here for a sec. And he's like, I follow him in, and he walks in through 2 double doors, and he takes 2 steps into the room, and someone is putting a gown on him and surgical gloves, and he's being given
do an operation
straight into an operation, and he didn't say anything to me. So I'm walking behind by about 2 feet, right? Yeah. And I'm sort of slowing down because he's all of a sudden gowned up and he's got his hands down on someone's lung.
What did he have that scheduled, or was he just walking past?
He didn't tell me, but I've gone I'm seeing when you're not expecting
he's operating
human flesh, you kind of go
he was inside someone's
body from walking down a corridor. 7 seconds later, he's doing surgery on someone's lung.
Wow,
I've gone I'm like I can't be in here. So I literally walked backwards out of the room, just trying to find the doors and get out. And then I'm just sort of texting him. I'm like, look, I'll go. What the hell's going on?
Contaminated.
And then he comes. He leans out. He opens the door, leans out with all his gear on. He's like, mate, what? Get in. Just stand over there. So it's like, what? Why would you? He was annoyed that I stopped the conversation. What? So I go back in the surgical theatre. And I'm standing in the corner, and there's a team of 5 people around him saying here's this, and he's saying stuff, but he's just talking to me. He's like, so which room did you like best? And he's like, take a photo of that.
He's on autopilot.
He's on autopilot, but he's talking to me, and then halfway through, he'll just say to someone who's taking photos of the camera that's in there.
Yeah.
Yep, screenshot. So maybe room
Wow.
2. We can get room 2 next week at 9 a.m. Screenshot that. It was
gosh.
like that. And I was just
Scalpel.
like, what is going on? He's like, I couldn't talk to him.
That
He's like,
is
Matt,
high
I said,
stakes.
Matt, I need to leave. He's like, can you calm down? Anyway, so the people in the room didn't seem to be saying much. So it was really weird.
It must
energy
be a
for
done
me.
thing. He's just a
done thing. Anyway, so 10
pro.
minutes later, he was done and he just walked
needed
out.
to go and do CPR on you because you passed out
So
hyperventilated.
he's just like always working on a Sunday. And anyway, so
Wow.
I just
What a
thought,
boss.
what an odd scenario to be really relaxed in. And it got me thinking, well, what's another scenario that maybe would be a weird place to be relaxed in when maybe you should be a little bit more up and about.
Okay.
Geez, pretty close game today. Everyone up here in the box. From me, I'm saying that as the coach of the team today. But what's he? Why is he doing that? Well, that's cost us the game, hasn't it? Has it? Does that mean we lose? Cool. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? What do you reckon? Oh, you're asleep. Anyway, I'll see everyone next week if you're still keen. All right, yeah.
His assistant coach was asleep too.
everyone was
They need to fire all
Yeah, I
those
know.
people in
But
that box.
That's how absurd it felt to me.
That's
'Cause, as if you're watching the NRL, AFL, whatever, you look to the coach's box at a pivotal moment, and the
Going for
poor
it.
phone is covered in a liter of spit, and they're just screaming down the line, and that's what it felt like to me. You know, in the movies where it's like beep. Beep, and then I just
low
thought there'd be
drone
like a
comes
low
in.
drone speaker somewhere in the theater, in the surgical theater to make sure everyone's concentrating. But
Wow.
it was like the lunchroom, and everyone was just picking at their banh mi, but it was actually a banh lung.
Well,
You know?
well, I'm hoping that that's a good sign that he's relaxed and good at
Yeah.
his job, and surgeons all across Australia are confident in their ability rather than complacent.
I think it is a showing that these people are actually super competent.
Yeah, well,
And
I mean,
And we hung out with him and we filmed with him, and he's a very
He's a smooth operator.
Yeah, incredibly talented man.
The only thing I could liken to that was when we went out for dinner with our manager, Andy. Andy Curtin is a great man.
Yep.
And he used to run a comedy club in China for 10, 15 years or something.
Yeah.
Very accomplished, and did a whole stand-up routine in Chinese, which is very impressive. But he met some pretty heavy operators there that had working in China, there was some sketchy dealings
Yes.
that
Well, it's
occurred.
Wild West, really.
Yeah, exactly. Well, do you remember the guy, his friend, who he was a comic, but he also somehow was like a hostage negotiator, and he would he was the guy that anytime a Westerner in China was a hostage, he would get the call up to negotiate the release of this hostage from the CCP. And then,
Really?
do you remember the bald dude?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, he's
no,
the culprit right
no,
here.
I actually don't remember.
Well, I
this,
can't remember his name. I'll ask Andy. But yeah, and then during the dinner, you weren't at this dinner.
Pointing.
Wait, I don't think you were at this dinner. Anyway, you obviously don't care about him as much as I do.
Yeah.
But Andy was telling me, or Andy and this guy, I can't remember his name, but they were telling me the story about how this was his job. And then 15 minutes passed, and then he got a phone call, got up and walked out the door and didn't come back. And I said to Andy, what's the deal? And he goes, he's doing it now. He's negotiating
really?
the release of a hostage in China.
Really?
While out at dinner in Collingwood. Real deal. And then he would just come back, and he's a comedian as well, so he'd just come back to the table after talking
The
about
funniest
it.
thing just happened. Yeah.
Jack, I just had a quick OneNote related question for you. And,
back on this again, are we?
well, I just firstly wanted to
Actually
thank
got it up here.
Wanted to thank the thousands and thousands of messages in support I've received for my OneNote layout and in opposition to your OneNote practices. So thanks for all the thousands and thousands of messages. I've tried to get back to them.
yeah.
But this is something that I stumbled across on your OneNote when I was looking through your ideas.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yep.
I stumbled across something that I'm not sure if I was supposed to see.
So ideas for just videos.
New videos, yeah.
Yep.
And then there was
I'm
one,
there now.
There was one folder. I'll get there now as well for you.
Yep.
In the latest folder.
Latest
where
folder.
We put our plan and everything.
Yep.
And it's called Hello Neighbour.
Oh, yeah.
And
No, you're not supposed to see that.
the note says Hello Neighbour.
Don't do this.
I hope you and
Don't
the
do
family
this.
have settled in.
Oh, no.
Just letting you know that a few of us are concerned with how vocal your two dogs are. We'd greatly appreciate it if you could stop them from barking throughout the day and at night.
I'm blushing.
Thanks, comma.
That's so embarrassing.
Did you end up printing that and giving it to your mate? I've been to your house when those dogs are barking, and it's so annoying.
I know. They're like, these dogs are, what's the word of them? What are they called?
The breed? I don't know. I haven't seen it.
What's the word of them? Can you not answer me that?
Big dog.
Yeah, no, massive dogs. And they bark like, "Meow, meow."
Yeah.
It's like if I Show Speed was 7 foot and did his little bark thing.
And it's non-stop as well. So did you end up putting this in the mailbox?
It was kind of like, that was my
Or was this just an
release.
Yeah,
that was my
okay.
release.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
people write angry things in their diary.
Yeah.
That's as bad as it got, honestly.
Because I see at the end it says thanks, comma, but then there's nothing there.
Well,
it's almost as if you're about to say who it was. Sincerely, number 25 or whatever.
Well, I didn't want to incriminate myself in case they got hold of my laptop somehow.
Yeah, or let the dogs loose.
Yeah. Because they would eat this laptop.
Okay, so you didn't end up
I
delivering
haven't done it yet. It's like sometimes I'm not at home for like a few days, or we're away or something, and you forget about it, and then you come back and you sort of reset your ability to tolerate the dogs.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of like leveling out at like this yellow zone.
Yeah.
But this was probably, I'd been at home a few days and I was in the red.
Yeah. It's not affecting you or anything, is it? You just let it get to the stage where it's too annoying and then you have to leave for a couple of days and then come
I'm not
back.
changing my life around these dogs. No, I'm sure they're nice dogs.
I personally would be putting this letter in the mailbox.
I know.
It's annoying. It's annoying.
It is annoying. And
It's all
you're
through
not
the day
there
and
all
night.
day.
No.
Yeah. It's shocking. The only thing is like our dog can bark, but is very quickly tamed. So I'm like, oh, am I within our rights to like send notes like this?
Let he who
These dogs,
doesn't
I'm
bark.
telling you, they're 60 kilos and they jump up on the fence and they had to put hardwood boards up to stop them jumping over because there were like kids running around on the street.
I think it's worthy of a note. I think you should leave the note and let us know what happens. Because they've recently moved in, haven't they?
Yeah, well, in the last sort of 3 or 4 months. But if I get annoyed enough again, I will post this, no problem.
Okay.
But I'm not there yet. Like this was,
Okay.
when was this? This is about a month ago.
About
I
a
wrote
month,
this. Which OneNote tells you
So
everyone?
you've reset your tolerance levels. and
I'm okay at the moment. I haven't been at home that much in the last couple of weeks, whatever.
Okay.
So I need to,
Okay, well, keep us updated because
dog chat.
I want to hear
These dogs are massive. I
Yeah.
can't tell you how big they are. They're as big as the couch here. That couch.
That's
They
it.
are.
That's Don't laugh, Mike.
Yeah, so there's nothing funny about this at all.
Okay, nice. Well, yeah.
Sorry, it's a 2-seater couch. Are you saying one dog is the size of the couch, or both dogs are the size of?
You know
the
when
one
you first
couch?
see Aslan in Lion, the Witch and Wardrobe?
Yeah, vaguely.
It's like that.
Okay, wow.
Think about a couch roughly the size of the one right in front of us. That's how big these dogs
Yeah.
are.
And for everyone who can't see the couch, which is anyone else, just
It's
imagine a 2-seater couch.
about a regular couch size.
Anyway,
Well, keep us posted.
keep it her.
Jack,
Yes.
car's in the shop at the moment, mate.
Is it?
Got the old car in the old shop at the moment.
What, for the panel beating issue?
Yes. I got backed into by a nice old codger
Yeah.
who didn't see my car there.
Is he nice enough to give you his insurance details?
He was nice enough to offer to pay for it in whatever the cheapest method would be, which turned
Okay.
out to just be paying for it and not going through insurance.
Okay.
But he did. He left a note on the windscreen after he did it. So he's a nice guy, not a very good driver, but
No.
a nice old man.
Did you see the
nonetheless.
incident, or was it you were parked?
No. I was parked and I went outside and discovered it and discovered the 2 notes on my windscreen that he left, one under each wiper, just in case one of them blew away.
Oh, that's nice.
So he's a nice guy.
Okay.
But again, I can't vouch for his driving
Maybe he's
skills.
ambidextrous. He wrote both with each hand and just thought.
I can't imagine you
showing
would
off.
be that dexterous and not be able to.
I don't know. Have you met me?
Do you crash into a lot of cars?
What? Write a lot of notes.
Yeah. Well, so it's interesting that the car is in the shop because the Volvo is quite reliable, as you know. There hasn't.
Yep.
Despite being an old car, the Swedes know how to manufacture a nice, reliable car.
Sure.
So it's a bit it's not nice, obviously, having your car getting fixed, but I've had a pretty good track record in the Volvo till now. But what wasn't as reliable as the Volvo was my first car, the Holden Kingswood Ute that I had.
That was what's an expletive I'm happy to use here? A crap box. you would
Well,
say, right?
it was a gangster mobile.
It looked cool.
It looked very cool.
It looked cool.
Had a lot of swagger.
But like
it was from
you
1979.
You had like a jerry can in the back the whole time, or like a watering can sometimes.
The radiator had frequent issues, and I had to top that up before every drive. But it had character, it had personality. We had to
and that's what you want in a car. You don't want to be able to get from A to B.
Exactly.
Well, you want to get there from A to B.
Yeah, exactly. The scenic route. You go stop by P and M and L on the way to B.
Yeah.
Maybe give Z a
and
quick
B
look.
and R and O, K and E and N.
Yeah, nice. Well, I mean, yes, frequently it was. But I also feel like that's kind of a rite of passage for your first car, at least as a millennial anyway. Maybe not for you young like Gen Zers, but as a millennial, it feels like having a dud car for your first car, one that you have to sort of get fixed all the time and kind of learn to be resourceful and patient and not take it for granted when you do have a new car. I feel like that's a bit of a rite of passage as a millennial.
Sure.
But I don't know, maybe your first car was a Tesla, one of those driverless ones, so you can scroll on TikTok while you're
the concept
in
of
the
a car is a bit lost on me now because I have this ability to move atoms across large amounts of space.
New Gen Z telekinesis.
No,
update.
look,
Yes, Team Mike sucked in. It's nothing
my
personal.
first car is my current car, I think. Oh, I sort of went in between an old Subaru as well.
Right.
But my current car is 20th century as well, like your car.
Yeah.
It's pretty reliable, honestly.
It is, yeah.
It just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah.
The nav,
Well, So it wasn't Kingswood not so reliable. It was good. I learned how to change a tire.
Yeah.
And then I got really good at it.
Yeah.
Through forced repetition.
Yeah.
Many a time.
You need forced repetition.
Yeah,
sorry,
changed them all at once.
Yeah.
No, so it had a lot of quirks. Had a lot of
Sure.
little personality traits. The horn would just fall out. Like the horn would fall out of the steering wheel and go off and beep. And like it's like hanging on by a couple of wires, and I had to manually put it back in. And one time,
as opposed to digitally,
or just like I don't know what your new driverless Tesla has.
Yeah,
you probably have a button to put the broken
I'll explain. I'll do
wheel.
an extended podcast specifically for you to explain how that works. Yeah.
Well, but the worst time it happened was I was pulling up to a turn. Luckily, it was a left turn, so the car was going to stay on. But there was a mother and two kids walking across the street, and they were walking towards me.
Yeah.
And so I was about to turn left in the street, but I stopped and I waved them across. And I said, okay, cheers. They started walking across the street. And they said, she gave the initial wave, like, thanks, like, okay, noted, acknowledged.
Yep.
You're
Young
letting us
guy
go.
being a nice
I'll
guy.
Go. Yep. Gave him a bit of a smile. And the kids were cute. They were having a good time walking around. And so they got past the car over to the other side of the street, and she gave me another wave. And as I turned left up past them, horned straight out and just about less than a meter from them. And I just caught a glimpse of the mum as I drove past. She's gone, what the hell are you tooting at me for?
Funny.
You just let me go. And I'm because I was mid-turn, I was trying to put it back in as I was turning. It was a debacle, and I felt bad.
Were you waving at them, or you were focused on the horn?
I was trying, but I think I was one hand on the wheel turning it, one hand putting the horn back in, so I didn't have another hand spare to wave.
So aggressive.
But yeah, I guess that's what you Gen Zers are missing out on with your first car. How good and useful does that sound as a life experience?
Yeah. You must have learned so much.
I did,
and you must replace horns all the time.
I know, resilience and horn replacement techniques is what I learned.
The Kingswood are not seen for at least 5 years, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, I've seen a couple of other ones.
Yeah,
but not my one.
you haven't. Yeah, well, I haven't seen you in yours for about 5 years.
No, that lines up almost exactly with when I sold it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so
that's good.
That
from me.
probably is
good memory.
the explanation
But
as to why you haven't
the
seen it
Volvo,
yet.
great asset, I think.
Yeah.
We use it all the time for filming.
Yeah, it's
Looks
good. It's
good.
got a bit of personality.
Yeah.
It's become a little bit of a character itself, a swag character. But
yeah.
So moral of the story is get a crap box for your first car, and then if you get a slightly less crap box, then it seems a little bit not as crap.
The slow build up into nice car. If
Into
you've got
just-
an ultimate car,
into just getting a box.
You've taken the step from Kingswood to Volvo, 1994 Volvo. Where's the end of the line for you? Do you have a dream car?
Yeah, maybe like a 98 Corolla sedan.
Oh, yeah.
We want a high-tech one, so power windows.
I'm pretty sure Richard Branson drives one of them.
Yeah,
actually.
I think he has a couple. Yeah, big collection of them.
Yeah.
And
So Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah. I'm on the way.
Yeah.
I want Dwayne the box.
The
Corolla
box,
and
the crap box Johnson.
Yeah.
What?
Steve Corolla has one as
that's
well.
good.
Okay, we'll end it on that one.
Isaac, bit of a special one right now. We have very good friends at Fender who have supported us for a very long time, and they have sent us a guitar. So Fender's one of the biggest guitar companies in the world. They've sent us a guitar to celebrate the launch of the podcast. So we're very grateful for them. And they did this very random collaboration. Jacqueline, who's the connection there, who sends us the thing, says, now we've done this collaboration with Hello Kitty, okay? And I'm like, how is that possible? And she goes, I know, but it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I'll send you out one for the pod. And so it arrived, and I'm going to bring it up now, guys. So if you're on audio only, I'm holding up a pink Fender Stratocaster guitar with, it's bright pink, and it's got a Hello Kitty in the middle of it.
It's beautiful. It's very striking.
It's pretty cool, and it's got a pink strap with it as well.
So if you're on Spotify, you can click over to video and have a gaze at that.
Yeah.
But it's
Very cool.
You definitely notice it.
And Mike's holding up the Hello Kitty custom picks.
Mike's going to toss it to me.
Oh, great catch.
Caught it with the
left. There you go. And here's the Hello Kitty pick that comes with it. So you can actually only play the guitar with the pick.
Okay, right.
So,
Otherwise it doesn't work.
And I was thinking, how could we, use this? Because
you just play it. You just sort of play the strings.
Right.
That's how you
Oh,
use
great.
it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was thinking how we could use it in the context of the podcast as well. And I was thinking maybe we could hang it up here.
Okay.
But then I thought, no. That's not in the spirit of
the worst idea
swag.
I've ever heard in my life.
That's not in the spirit.
That's what I thought as well.
I think we should give it away to a listener.
Okay.
Because we want to spread the love,
Yeah.
spread the Fender love. So someone should benefit from this.
Yeah.
And I think
as bigger fans of Hello Kitty as we are,
we love Hello
Which is
Kitty and
huge.
Fender equally.
Hello, I love the kitty, like the hand that waves at the
That's not Hello
restaurants.
Kitty.
No, it's not.
That is not Hello
That's
Kitty.
just a kitty saying hello.
Yeah, and
that's what I'm
completely
saying. I love
different.
all things Hello Kitty that I can't get enough. I need more kitties saying
Even
hello.
outside the brand of Hello Kitty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I messaged
Okay.
Kitty Flanagan on Instagram saying hello
Wow.
just because I can't get enough.
Yeah,
Hello
and
Kitty.
she is an Australian icon.
Yeah.
And we want to present Australia with our iteration of Kitty here. So this is up for grabs. Now,
It is pretty striking looking. And
It is a striking-
flip it around. You've been holding it upside down into the camera. Yeah, we need to see it the right way up. Sorry about Jack, everyone. He's left-handed.
left-handed.
He was born with it. It's an affliction, but he was holding it upside down, and now it's the right way up. So if you want to flick your video on and see it in all its glory right
bright
now,
pink guitar, everyone.
it's beautiful.
So let's move on. Look, I thought let's give it away, but given this is when I first heard about it, I was like, that has got to be the most random collaboration
most
in
random.
the history of the world.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe we have to do the most random game in the history of the world.
Okay.
For the winner to take home. So if you win this game, you win the guitar. And the game is, can you identify the breed of cat or kitty that is on a recording that we play for you live on the podcast? And if you get the correct breed of cat,
Wow.
you get to take home the correct breed of guitar, which is our Hello Kitty Fender Stratocaster guitar.
Wow, nice.
So-
is that a thing that people can do? No. Identify.
They can, if they can, they win this.
Wow,
So,
okay, there you go.
So if you want to enter, go to swagonthebeat.com, the podcast link there. Just say, I want to win the Hello Kitty guitar, and we'll pick a name at random, and then we'll call you up and you'll guess live on air. I've got a recording here of the cat meowing that I know.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell how I'm related to it or if I know the cat personally or anything like this, or if it's a cat in a hat.
One of your
I'm not going to
parents.
give any indication of what kind of cat it is, but you will listen to the meow of the cat, and if you correctly identify the breed of the cat,
Wow.
you will take home this, and it will
Okay.
be fantastic. So I'll go to someone who everyone's in equal footing here, and yeah, I think that's all we have to say.
So are we going to hear the meow?
All right, we will play the sound. So here is the sound of the meowing cat, which you correctly guess the breed name. You can take home this guitar. Oh, there was a little bit of human in there too.
Okay,
but
don't guess the human.
Don't guess the human, just the cat.
Okay.
Send into swagonthebeat.com podcast link, and if you think you know what the breed is, don't say what the breed is in the message. Just put your name down with your number, and we will call you. And if you are picked at random, you have the chance to guess the cat breed and the chance to win the Hello Kitty cat guitar.
May the best meow identifier get the Hello Kitty guitar.
Yeah.
As the saying
As
goes.
they say.
The saying goes.
Okay.